everybody! I'm here today with an insane tip for turning the steering wheel for the driving test. That's right, if your driving test is coming up, this is the video for you. I'm going to go over an absolutely insane tip for turning the steering wheel smoothly, properly, and safely. And guess what? The driving test examiner will absolutely love it if you use this tip, okay? Gives you a better chance at passing. Let's get right into the video. Here is the tip, okay? And then I'll tell you what it implies. So stay tuned for the whole video. Very important. The tip is that it should be smooth from the moment you start turning the steering wheel to the moment that you end turning the steering wheel. So from your starting point to your finishing point, it should be a smooth maneuver. Now, basically, this implies two things, and then I'll demonstrate in a moment, okay? It implies that, number one, you need to know where to stop turning the wheel. For it to be smooth, it implies that you need to be able to estimate your turns properly. So you need to know when to stop turning the wheel. So if I'm making a turn and I'm turning, just making a regular right turn, I take my wheel and I know I need to stop turning it at about 60% of a whole turn right there, okay? If I'm turning it smoothly from start to finish, I need to know when to stop. So it implies that you know when to stop turning the steering wheel, aka you're great at estimating your turning radius. Number two, it also implies that you can't stop or adjust mid-turn. Now, I'll explain the difference between micro adjustments and stopping mid-turn and adjusting mid-turn, okay? So basically, if I know that I'm taking a turn, I'm making a right turn, okay? I want to ideally turn the steering wheel and it's going to look something like this, okay? Just like that. Okay, and obviously the wheel would turn back by itself in a real driving situation. But as you can see, what I did was two things. From start to finish, I knew when to stop turning the steering wheel. And number two, I didn't stop mid-turn. So just like that, okay? And then it would turn back by itself. Very simple. So you can see what I'm doing here is I'm turning the steering wheel, holding it for the turn, and then I would release it, keep my hands here, but the wheel would be turning back by itself like that. So, how do you get good at that? Well, number one, you practice as much as possible. Go to an empty parking lot, and I will say this, make 100 right turns and 100 left turns in an empty parking lot. You're going to get better. You're going to be better after you've made those 200 total turns than when you started. It's as simple as that. 100 right turns, 100 left turns, you're going to get better. It's literally as simple as that. Okay? So what you want to do is also make sure you're not stopping mid-turn. So like if you're going like this and you don't exactly know what you're doing, the driving test examiner is going to be thrown around and your turning radius is not going to be smooth and you're probably not going to pass your test. So by starting to stop, from start to stop smoothly, just like that, from start to stop smoothly, and then back to start again, obviously, it implies that you know when to stop turning the steering wheel for that specific kind of turn. And it also implies that you're not going to stop mid-turn. You have great estimation for your turning capabilities while driving a car. Okay? Now, micro adjustments are tiny little adjustments that you make when you're holding the steering wheel throughout the turn. So for instance, if I turn like this, I might move the wheel like this, just a little bit throughout the turn. Those are micro adjustments. We're not robots. We don't make perfect turns. So you need to make those micro adjustments to actually make that turn properly. Those tiny little movements of the steering wheel, as you can see. There's a difference between a micro adjustment and this. Yeah, okay, yeah. If you do that throughout a turn. If you do that with the steering wheel throughout a turn, it's not going to end well for you on the driving test. So that's it. That is the insane tip. You want to be start to stop smooth, I call it, when turning. From the starting position to the stopping position, smooth. Okay, and then back to the start again. That implies that you know when to stop turning the steering wheel, and it also implies that you're not going to be stopping mid-turn or adjusting mid-turn. Okay, it's as simple as that. If you can learn how to do that properly, your turns are going to be fantastic for your driving test. And the driving test examiner will absolutely love it, because I'll tell you right now, a good portion of the people that they test for the driving test, that they examine, don't know how to make turns smoothly. So if you can master the art of making a turn smoothly and safely, you'll be good to go. And that's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.